Ayun, all right. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, partner Jed. Kamusta? It's been a long time since I joined Fresh Money.
Yeah, it's been a while since you co-hosted with me, no? Glad to
Oo nga
have you
eh.
back and really
Right.
excited for the new year. How about you,
Thank you,
Ed? How are you
sir.
doing?
Okay naman, sir. Still in my mining operation. Joke. it's just
Oo nga eh.
it's just my background, but still still trying to actually try to understand what's happening in the industry. So still trying to try to see or try to have a good picture of or have a good idea where the industry is headed. And we're very lucky that we have our two guests this afternoon, no, Jed? These are sages in the crypto and Web3 industry, ba? Tama?
Yes, sir. Yeah, but I agree with you. It's been quite a wild year in 2022, no? Arguably, it could
Yeah.
be the worst year for crypto. Like, lots of people doubting, lots of insolvencies, lots of bankruptcies, and yet we are still
Correct.
here in part of PDAX,
Correct.
continuing to build and progress the future of crypto and Web3.
Yeah.
And who better else to discuss this with than two of our guests today? But Ed, before we bring them in, I just want to announce that we have a new token listed in PDAX called XTZs. So guys, you can trade the native token of Tezos in PDAX now. So there are about 37 total tokens in PDAX. So make sure to check it out and see what XTZ is all about before you start investing or trading in it. Make sure to practice all those fundamental research and all the necessary details you need to know about this token.
Yep. Yep.
So
Yep.
also, don't forget to click that share button so that you can spread the good word of crypto and Web3 and the importance of building community. Because our guests today will be talking about these topics, and who better yet to discuss than people who have first-hand experience in building communities, key opinion leaders, and remains in the trenches to help and build the progress the world of Web3. So without further ado, let us all welcome our guests in JC Macalintal, the Chief Marketing Officer of Bitskwela and venture developer, and Gio Comia, a Web3 influencer and personality.
Hi
Hey
guys.
guys,
Hello,
kumusta?
gentlemen.
Hey
Welcome to
guys.
Fresh Money.
Yeah, thank
Kumusta?
you for having us, brothers Jed and Edmond. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you
Sige.
as well for
So,
joining us.
oh nga, we really very excited. It's been a few months since I last hosted here, so trying to get my feet wet. But sige, let's I guess there's no reason for us to delay this, So sige, I want to start first with GU, can you tell
All
us
right.
more about yourself? Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Hi, I'm Gio Comia. Of course, I'm a Web3 influencer, content creator. I'm basically an advocate also of Web3. That's why I do contents about it. Of course, we all started with the era, the hype era during 2020 to 2021. But along the way, of course, being someone who really dove in during that era up until the bear market, it's all about leveling up. It's all about innovating. It's all about learning from the market, learning from how everything works in the first place, from the roots. And what I can say is I've pretty much grown in this industry so fast that um, we were able to build lots of communities along with content creators, the house of crypto, and partnerships with a lot of industries. And also along the way, before being a content creator of Web3, I was I've already been a content creator ever since 2016. That's mostly focused on entertainment and music. So there you
Oh,
go.
nice. That's nice, June. No? So I'm sure kasi of course in the complexity of Web3, it's very important to find the right community. Minsan, kailangan mo lang ng kabaon sa information or may mga simple questions ka that Google might be too comprehensive to answer you, no. So siguro sa Gio, my follow-up question there is ano recently yung mga difficulties that you've seen from your community? I'm sure not everyone is having a nice warm Christmas during the market movement. So, ano normally yung nakukuha mo from your community that yung mga difficulties nila in their own Web3 journey?
Actually, it all started about the acceptance of how the market works in reality, because during 2020 to 2021, everything was going up, and people think that it's all alam mo, parang lagi na lang gifted to them na parang wherever you go, everything's up. And then when everything went down, of course, a lot of people got depressed. A lot of people like this is not uh, a lot of FUD was created. But by the end of the day, the challenge was still educating people during this bear market, because this is the best time to really educate people about
Oh,
the basics and the importance of everything. And at the same time, of course, it's all about simplification, simplifying everything.
correct,
Because, of course, we Filipinos like to be spoon fed. It's really
correct.
hard to
Yeah.
grasp the technicalities of everything. That's why I'm a huge advocate of simplifying everything, because there's no need
Yeah.
to really complicate everything for normal people, normal people. That's why I think that's the key to the future of if we're really aiming for Web3 adoption.
Oo nga, and talking about education, no? Itong isang guest natin, yung kanyang company name is really named after a school, the Bitskwela talaga. So, JC, welcome, and tell us a bit about yourself, sir.
Thank you so much, brother. And yeah, I love that we're already talking about education and why it's a very, very important thing in our space. And yeah, I'm JC Macalintal and I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of Bitskwela. So before Web3, I've already been in community building and marketing na. No? So I started community building, I think I was 2016, the same time as well na naging content creator din si Brother G, you know. So while Brother G was creating content, I was building communities. No? So I got to where I'm right now because there's this particular group that we've grown. Now it's called Social Media Marketing Philippines, and right now we're partnered there with Facebook and Meta mismo for the Community Accelerator program, and then it kind of snowballed from there. No, na Web 2 pala, if Web 2 has communities and Web 3 has communities, and but it turns out Web3's backbone are communities talaga. So that's where I found my placement in the industry. And when I understood that, because when it comes to Web2 community backgrounds, here's the interesting part. The clients that we were able to serve before came from esports, education. So medyo you see the verticals there, you know, especially since the play and earn boom basically happened in Web3 as well. So ayun, I was able to translate that. And once I got into the space, ayun, there are cryptocurrencies pala, there are NFTs. That's when I found out that a lot of people still don't know what they're getting into. Like, I love what you said, Brother Edmund, na if you want to search up something, you, for example, you search the term Bitcoin, you post it at Google, you get like 10 million results. You have to read through 10 to 30 links, and that's why Bitskwela was born. Instead of people having to click through 30 links, we just create a particular module where everything is concisely placed, and that's where Gio and I are actually sort of united in simplifying education as well.
Yeah,
Awesome.
great points, guys. Like, I agree, education is really a big, important aspect in Web3, given that there's a lot of misconception ongoing. But I'm curious, what made you guys so passionate about Web3 that you want to pass on the message and pass on the views of crypto and Web3 in general? So we can start with
Uh,
you first.
all right. It's basically when you go back to the roots, why everything was created in the first place. Actually, of course, Bitcoin was created. If you're gonna simplify everything, Web3 and Bitcoin, the basic slogan of it is for the people by the people. That's basically it. It's more like giving back to the people. It's more of like empowering communities, empowering people through this new technology that everybody's given a chance to have ownership over the internet. That's not controlled by one centralized entity or centralized entities. It can be empowered through communities to us, and there can be a huge ecosystem with it. The huge challenge we have right now, of course, if is it's a booming industry. That's why a lot of people and companies are maybe trying to abuse this new industry, which we come in, of course, to really educate people to like watch out for those um, taking advantage of normal people who doesn't really know about what's happening right now in the space. So there you go.
All right, JC, what about you?
Yeah. I think I resonate with that point din, no? Kasi what got me as well into Web3 was the first time I heard that or I understood rather that in Web 2, when we were building these communities, we were building these brands, we were building these social media platforms. I I remember the day when Facebook went down for like I think 6 to 12 hours. I remember that day so much because I also have my own agency. So and our main platform was Facebook. So you know how scary that was for us, and that's where I sort of came into the realization because at that time I was also researching about Web3 then that we're only sort of renting our platforms in these particular places, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and the moment that we don't abide their terms of service, then it's as easy as getting rid of all your content, everything you worked hard for, so you don't actually own your pages. So that's what got me into thinking. Imagine if you could actually own a piece of the internet, and that's our hook or tagline rather at Bitskwela as well. No, so when we introduce ourselves to Web2 companies, imagine if you could own a piece of the internet. The next question is always how. What, you can own a piece of the internet? So that's why I got into Web3. You know, that ownership and bringing power back to the people. Everything rooting from what Brother Gio said. It's just for me, Web3 is first and foremost a social revolution first before it's a technological revolution.
Very fascinating. I like how you emphasize on the social revolution. Can you expound a bit more on that, JC?
Yeah, because for example, when it comes to Web3, diba, most projects right now or companies rather, their impact in the space or profitability in the space, the sort of golden metric there is the community, right? For example, itong BC, NFTs, to even DAOs, to even almost all Web3 companies right now are sort of empowered if they have a greater base of community that helps them actually own a piece of the internet. And to me, that's just fascinating. You know, the fact that we get to operate in a decentralized way, and that we get to act as a collective and actually, build things that we could actually own versus just renting platforms here and there.
That's a no very interesting first principles for crypto. No,
Mhm.
in fact, I that's one of the things I also shared. That's why I moved from TradFi into crypto. But of course, in the recent events, you've seen that in terms of retail customers, that's not what they're getting. Meaning, we have some challenges right now. So, siguro yung challenges na yan, no? When you see these big corporations abusing power in the same power that's supposed to be used to be, di ba, yung parang for the people, by the people, but apparently parang by one person for all the people. So, how does the recent events kind of did it change your perspective, or are you a bit more optimistic dito? Let's start with you, Ju.
Actually, of course, lahat tayo na shaken because of what happened, especially with FTX. But by the end of the day, if you're gonna look at history, every booming industry, everything that's new is really heavily abused. If you go back to when Web1 started emails, there were a lot of email frauds, and people were saying internet is a scam, doing emails is a scam. So a lot of people got scammed. Same thing with Web2. When online shopping like was starting, everything you do online shopping is either your money gets scammed or you get fake products. I think it's basically the same pattern we're having right now. The structure is just building. Everything is raw. Everything we have right now is raw. So that's why in education is really important in these early stages, because of course if you would give the right education, people would understand the history, why especially the tech industry, when it all started, it usually starts raw, if you know what I mean. So it's basically a process. Optimistic in the future, yes, because every mistake can be corrected in the future. It's a blessing in disguise, but it's still a process. That's why we're here, to be
Mm.
frontliners and be educators.
Correct. And of course, when you realize that because retail money is very important, no, the retail perception, you have to protect the consumer's image of the financial markets. That's why there are rules. There are so many other things that bankers or some brokers might think, no, it's a bit of a hassle, but they're there for a particular reason. And when I also went around and spoke to people about, FTX also, talking about, Celsius and all the other ones that go broke. Diba? There's a little part of me that was kind of a little bit guilty on that. So, and I guess I just want to know if you guys have that same feeling because, these are people, these are concepts that you talk to people about. People, well, a good portion definitely does take action. And don't you feel that, especially in a format like TikTok, it's very short. It's not like a comprehensive disclosure. You can't really explain everything there, but your content can push people to do something. So what are your thoughts around that? No?
Actually, that's really the challenging part. Actually, of course, with TikTok, it's really scarce, right? That's why we're really pro simplifying everything first, going back to the roots, not really educating people to invest right away or get in right away. Get in right away. We're focusing on the roots, the main purpose of everything first. That's why it's part of the learnings from 2020 to 2021. We're in 2023 right now. On a bear market, we're not asking people to invest or get in right away. We're asking people to study first, know the basics, know the purpose of everything. You have to really understand before you enter into this industry. Don't enter into an industry you don't understand. That's the basic principle first. And another thing to consider, of course, is um, well, we're creators, right? There will be projects that will be that are approaching us. Most of the projects that we're partnering right now are mostly for free apps. Everything's like free to use. That's why it's a perfect way for people, especially when you're simplifying things, for people to get firsthand in entering Web3 and crypto for free. So that's basically one of the first steps. And then once they're interested in the free products, you educate them along the way. That's one of the key points in simplifying everything on TikTok, because of course it's short, but you have to have a plan to really uh, put them on a good structure, even if it's short.
Oh, tama. Yeah, yeah. It's a hard job then. One of the hardest jobs, GU. So, JC, on your side, how many partners have you had? Can you tell us more about the scope of your educational initiatives? How many more or less companies or people have attended Bitskwela?
Mm,
Attended school, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I guess to give a background as well, when it comes to our educational engagements at Bitskwela, we often have B2B and B2C engagements. So what that means is that how our engagements usually work is that if one Web2 company or enterprise wants to break through the metaverse and learn how they could build a Web3 product or whatnot, we're usually there to help them or to guide them in building that, from community support to marketing support, and in general just helping their people and employees upskill and learn Web3 from our already built curriculum, modules and courses. So that usually comes in speaking engagements or consultations and whatnot. But the idea is usually there's an enterprise that talks to us that wants to upskill. So instead of them having to build a sort of Web3 or metaverse department or whatnot, we're just there to as a sort of their partner to walk them through Web3. But in particular, I love your question because that's actually one of our metrics that we're looking at, brother. No, how many people have we helped from education to participation? When it comes to our accounts at Bitskwela, we have I think more than 10,000 accounts already at our Bitskwela website. So If you guys would see that our bitskwela.com website already has modules from NFT to Bitcoin, basically um, modules that simplify um, concepts about Web3 that would take you more or less 30 to 100 links to understand into just a few clicks.
Galing, pare. Solid. Sana pala na meet ko kayo before. Hindi na ako naghihirap sa certification. See, sana pala sa isang site na lang pinuntahan ko. So yun guys, very interesting, no? I mean, of course, in the world of Web3, sabi nga ni Gio, marami ding wolves eh. So you really have to make sure that what you're consuming is the right information, or at least leads you to the right areas, no? Jed, you wanna add something? Yeah.
Yeah. So just going back towards the topic of community as we were discussing a while ago, is, why do you guys think community is so important in Web3 compared to Web2?
Okay, that's a good question. Actually, it's not because it's more important. When Web 2 started, it started also with communities. In a booming industry, in a startup industry, community is very crucial and important in making that mass adoption we're talking about. Web 1, that's when Web 1 started, Web 2, and Web 3. Because of course, if we're really gunning for Web 3 to be successful and have that mass adoption, we really need the community empowerment and making it right this time. If you know what I mean. Of course, because we want to embody the core values of Web 3 in the first place. And of course, there are a lot. What I said, there are a lot of people. There are a lot of people, companies are taking advantage of the early stages of it. Let's hope and pray, of course, through community empowerment that it is envisioned, it is embodied towards the future. That's why we're here.
So how do we achieve that? Sorry, JC. How do we achieve this mission of empowering community, GU?
Actually, it's a long process. It's a step by step process. Of course we're content creators, we're frontliners. We get people who are of course interested when you educate. It's it's a long grueling process. Really, really long grueling process. Gagapangin mo yan. From attending events to reaching out to people when they ask you. Feed them with the right information. Uh, Social media, of course, is one of the most powerful key points there. It's basically everything you do. You live by it. If you're really passionate about something, you live by it every day. And gagapangin mo siya. Yun yung term ng Tagalog. Gagapangin natin siya.
It's a it's a great thought. JC, you have anything to
Yeah.
add?
Yeah, I also have the same perspective, but at the same time, as a marketer and community builder from Web 2 to Web 3, I think the reason as to why communities exist, I agree with you too na it's early pa eh. So naturally, there will be clusters of people who believe in these products, in these Web 3 companies, in this crypto tokens and whatnot, and they will form clusters to be able to invite more people to become product adopters. And I think it's just a fundamental part of product acceptance. I mean, the reason as to why these communities exist is so these companies or Web3 companies, blockchain technology, products, all these offerings is so that they can lead users from interest to participation, because their journey into joining Web3 doesn't actually happen when they join the community, because that's just on Discord, that's just on Facebook. It doesn't happen that way. It happens when they become users of said product, if they truly participate. So my point being is that communities are important for Web3 because it's like the foot at the door, parang face for Web2 people to actually participate. It's they're interested, they want to know more, they want to lurk more, they want to see if people actually if people actually think that this is valuable, if the product truly holds value, and if it does, one click away from the community to the product itself, they're ready to participate.
Great points. I love the thoughts, guys. But what about Web3 makes a community focused approach more attainable? What's so special about Web3 compared to Web2 that we can achieve community empowerment? JC, we can start with you. I sorry.
Hmm. Yeah. So, sige, si brother mo na.
Gio, you can go ahead. While
All
JC
right.
think.
It basically boils down if you're gonna go back to the roots. Actually, this is the best time for the community to really have a huge benefit of what Web3 is all about. If you're gonna go back to the roots, nga, again, for the people by the people. So community empowerment is not just empowering the community. This is a new industry. This is a booming industry. It's all about people having this purpose that will benefit the future generations of people along the way. It will not it will not be like before. This is a new industry, social media, but by the end of the day, it is controlled by centralized entities. The one who are getting the biggest piece of the pie are the huge entities. But right now, it serves a bigger purpose, a better purpose. That's why community empowerment is really essential, because they know eventually the community will benefit huge from it.
JC?
Yeah. I mean, that's also my sentiments. Ultimately, it all boils down to what we're building and fighting for in Web3. An internet owned by the people is naturally built upon communities. And I think based from the how Web3 evolved from the past years, and even how Web2 evolved from the past years, where these um these users sort of form cluster communities, and then naturally as human beings, as there's, I mean, it's also it's also psychology at some point, right? Like, if people are actually grouping in and using this particular platform, and there are communities formed around it, aren't Web2 people going to be interested? I mean, if we can pull people from TradFi over to Web3, right? Just by the fact that the industry is becoming too big to ignore. I mean, that I think is the reason as to why community empowerment is key for true product acceptance and adoption to happen. And I think it's a flywheel, education, and then community empowerment, and then user adoption. It's a flywheel, and
Hmm.
it rotates.
Nice. That's a very nice point. Ano? It's a flywheel that also gains momentum as you educate more. There's more people joining Web3. Ito, siguro of course, we're talking about the first principles of crypto and Web3. Ano? But GU, for me, if I were a retail customer and I go to you as my influencer, how would you, kunyari, guide someone like me, like a new person? GU, what's Web3? What's your process like? What I'm leaning towards, what particular product would you actually ask me to read about? No, GU.
Actually,
Out there.
if you were a retail customer, I wouldn't ask you to invest in this right away. Of course, automatic yon. Just like
Yeah,
in any other industry, it's more of like, first Google, YouTube about the purpose of Web3 first, or I will tell you about it. The Web3 is for the people, by the people. How was Bitcoin created in the first place? What is the purpose of Satoshi Nakamoto? And
So,
what? And
yeah.
of course, Ethereum. All the basics. You have to
Mm,
start from the basics first. Smart contracts, Ethereum, and everything else,
right.
and everything else in between. And if you're a retail customer, of course, I would tell you, I would not tell you a specific thing you invest in. You look at these top things, and then eventually you will find something you will be passionate about,
Okay.
because
Okay.
every one of us will have our own favorites. I cannot control your mind. It defeats the purpose of being decentralized. It defeats the purpose of having that free will and freedom to choose
Okay.
what you want to enter in, right?
Got it. But
So
syempre,
so we will i-guide lang natin sila. That's
okay.
basically it. We will just guide them into their journey of what product best fits them, rather
Okay.
than telling them this is the product you
Tama.
enter in. Yun
Okay.
yung mas
That's
magandang
good.
way.
Kasi of course, if you are in the retail market for so long, you know that people look at Web3 as a get rich quick scheme kind of, di ba? So,
Yes, oo.
agad yan. So, tayo
Parang
yaman dyan, Jew, di ba? Nung magpupunalagyan
pa-
natin ng pera. Yun nga
parang
eh.
ano
They're
yan eh.
starting from that, from that
Mm-mm.
position, di ba?
Parang ano
Mm.
lang education lang yun na ano, like yung Web2 dati. Ito, may company magbubukas, Apple. Do you like Apple products? Do you like where Apple is going? Parang ganun din naman sa Web3. Specific coins. So, do you like where Ethereum is going? Do you like how smart contracts? Do you like the products under Ethereum? Parang ganun.
Oh,
It's more of like that. Kailangan ko you have to embody the product din. You have to
correct.
like the product din kasi you have to believe in the product. Hindi
Correct.
hindi porket may belief ako sa product, may belief ka rin. Nawawala na yung purpose ng Web3 doon. Your freedom mo. Your
Oo
free
nga.
will.
And of course, when you say that to customers, they don't know where to start, pare. Yung talagang retail. So they really have to
It-
start from the
I- i- it's
basics.
it's from the roots. From the roots talaga kasi nasa startup industry tayo eh. But eventually along the way, pag nagkaroon na tayo ng mass adoption, of course, it will be just like Web2. Mawawala na yung jargon na Web3. Yung products will be like normal retail na as we have today sa Web2. So there will come a time that it will be normal. Ngayon kasi, talagang of course, we have to start from the basics. Booming industry pa lang siya.
Mhm. What about you, JC? How would you guide like your friend or your mother, pare?
I love this question because that's literally my job.
Yes,
At Bitskwela,
sir.
no?
Nice. Go ahead.
And it helps it helps that we sort of give them a brief history of the internet first, no? I think especially in our talks, this is how we posture what Web3 is. This is how we posture it. So Web3 is just a proof of evolving consumer behavior. Because back then, when Web1 was released, it was just read, right? It was just a page where you could read. There was no way for you to interact until Web2 came in. Until the social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter came through, where you could now not just read but also interact. You could comment, you could like, you could build relationships over the internet. But the problem that we saw that there is that even though you have millions of followers, even though if you're producing content on YouTube, even though you are basically someone with a glorified brand in Web2, here's the twist: you don't actually
Own it.
own. You don't actually own it. And that's where we usually get user interest. Huh? I don't own it. Like, yeah. And then that's where we explain to them, think about it. When if you don't abide to this terms of use, I mean, who here has been Mark Zuckerberg already, like yung hindi ka makapag-comment bigla, hindi ka makapag-react bigla, you can't send messages to people. It's those simple things that actually bug people. Oh, ano, I'm actually just renting. I'm reading and writing. Sort of hard technical way to say it, but I don't actually own it. Enter Web3. So that's how we usually guide it. We don't sort of bring the crypto part right away, but we say that it's just evolving consumer behavior. People are beginning to understand that they don't only have to read. They don't only have to read, right? They have to read, write, and own. Especially everyone has a tendency to want to own and to collect. I mean, the collectibles, real estate, property, homes, it's the same concept. But now the next question is, how can you actually own a piece of the internet, right? And the answer is blockchain technology, and that's how sort of the conversation becomes. So on our end, the Bitskwela ways to help them understand first that Web3 is not something to be feared. It's just the next level of consumer behavior where you can now own a piece of the internet, and that's all made possible by blockchain technology. And these blockchain technologies being used to build these apps, these products that you can finally use. So that's how we posture it usually.
Yung kaninang nabanggit mo na when you post things in social media, of course, you rent it from Mark Zuckerberg. They own it in reality. You just contributed. So what's the social media that does what you mentioned it does? Na you can own content.
Wala pa, right, brother? That's the interesting part about Web3.
There's no.
Actually, that's the interesting part. Wala pa. There are companies trying it out, but of course, it's hard to beat the big fishes, right? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. But slowly but surely, I think they're experimenting on it. If you're gonna look at Instagram and Facebook as a company, Meta, you can see na naglalabas na sila ng you can display your NFTs, and they're slowly integrating it. Twitter is trying to experiment on it. We'll never know. They might join the Web3 era. We'll never know. Sana, hopefully. Di ba?
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
tough. Go ahead, JC.
Yeah, and to add, even though these that's a challenging kasi product adoption and acceptance, diba, brother Gio? Even if there are these apps, even if there are blockchain apps, Web3 apps that have really awesome use cases, the challenge here is that they're still being marketed in Web2,
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook,
Mahirap kasi
Twitter.
talaga. There's still this big fishes. Unless these big fishes really join the Web3.
Yeah, it's really tough for like Web3 companies, like a decentralized version of social media, to capture network effects, especially like the big fish already capturing significant market share. So, how do we communicate the concept of ownership, since most people have this misconception that they own the products that they create in Web2, when actually they don't? So how do you communicate that to them, given that they're just more on renters than actual owners of the things that they produce?
Actually, gaya ng sabi kanina ni JC, like it's basically like, of course, boils down to on how we translate it to people, education. Like for example,
Yeah.
he said ownership over the internet. You don't own your accounts. You don't own anything. Like sometimes, of course, there's a huge gaming community as well. Like in Facebook, Mobile Legends players, Mobile Legends streamers. I say, do you own your Mobile Legends account? Do you own your Mobile Legends skin? Some will say yes. So can you sell them? Can you rent them out to other people? What happens if they ban you? Do you still get your account? Do you still get your skin? Nasa iyo ba yung assets mo? And then they will realize that. Di ba? That's when they realize it. That's why I think the GameFi industry really boomed first in the first place. Mas nakilala. Because I think it is the most feasible way to have ownership na mararamdaman talaga ng
Exactly.
tao immediately. Yes. It's one practice actually. It's one thing na mapapakita mo sa tao. Okay, now now I own my asset. I can resell it if it has demand. Of course, it's still a huge challenge to create fun games that people are gonna play even without earning from it. Medyo nagkaroon lang tayo ng stage before the, of course, play to earn, that you can live from it. But by the end of the day, it still boils down to bartering, demand trade, kaya ng sinaunang panahon, di ba? Ganun lang din naman yun.
Anything to add, JC?
Yeah, sa akin naman, same sentiments, but I guess what I could add is how the customer journey is parang the same naman with Web2 customer journey experience is sort of the same thing with Web3. It's all about awareness, like what Brother Gio mentioned. Kailangan mo lang nilang maintindihan ano ba yung difference. Why is Web3 important? So that they may consider actually going into it. So awareness and then consideration, and then once they consider it, they explore. Or oh, that's what it can do. Oh, that's what it can't do. Oh, that's what this is for. Oh, that's a scam. And then after that comparison, oh, so if Web2 is this, Web3 is this. Oh, I benefit more from Web3. And then that's where the participation hopefully happens. Because I mean, like what we usually say, community brother Gio, as much as we can, that the process talaga is individual. That's what makes education Web3 very very I'd say difficult kasi it's sort of not a systematized process, no. So in terms of user experience, talagang awareness, consideration, exploration, comparison, and then participation. That's how we usually hope it is.
Yeah, to add into that, it's not easy. Talagang hindi madali. If it's easy, ibig sabihin nag-boom na yung industry. It's readily available for everyone. It has already a system that works for everyone. That's why people who are diving this early, studying everything, can benefit from it in the future if it booms. Of course, there's always a question mark.
That's good. Oo nga. So ngayon parang the mission is to get everyone familiar, right? And then have enough knowledge to fend off scams, no? And yung mga snake oil salesman in the whole
Yeah,
industry. And but in terms of actual use case, parang wala pa masyado. No? It's just exchange of value, no? If you wanna remit money in a cheap way, so parang
True.
that's a
Speculation pa rin.
speculation pa rin, correct. It's very dangerous for people who are not equipped to deal with uh, volatility or
yeah.
speculation. Yeah,
And
but
and ano,
go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, sorry. I just wanted to add, brother Edmund. No, I love what Gary Vaynerchuk says about why there are scams in Web 3. No, because ultimately, kasi ikot ulit dito sa it's still a social revolution. It's still built by people, right? It's just built on a different technology that's so much harder to exploit, so much harder to hack. I mean, a transparent, readily available ledger where we could basically track everything, no? But why is it that scams are still in Web3 even if ang front natin is blockchain is secure? Bakit may scams pa rin? Because ultimately, if these scammers from Web2 participate in Web3, then the scams are still there, no? Like the same way na merong good products in Web2, there are good companies like Apple in Web2, and there are scammers as well in Web2. Meron din dun sa Web3. I love what Gary Vaynerchuk says about that. It's just simple human behavior, and the fact that there are scams in Web3 doesn't sort of undermine the technology behind it.
That's correct. Yeah.
Actually,
So,
yun nga to ay sorry. to
well,
add into that, kasi of course, in any industry, every industry meron talaga nagtatry mag-scam. Of course, people are trying to abuse Web3 kasi booming industry nga. Hindi wala pang proper education sa tao. So people are trying to abuse uh, that uh, that opportunity na wala pang proper education ng mga tao in terms of Web3.
mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, those are good points. And I completely agree. Because if you look at the bankruptcies and insolvencies that happened with all the centralized companies, centralized crypto companies, they're mostly caused by human behavior. They're caused by the opaqueness of humans compared to the transparency of the code of DeFi protocols, which until now are still continuing to
PX.
operate. Right? They're continuing to operate despite what happened, despite all the liquidations, despite all the struggles in the centralized financed world of crypto. DeFi is still working on. So I think it's really important to point out that it's mostly a human error rather than a problem in tech. That's something to keep in mind from a first principles perspective. Just to share my thoughts on that one. So here's an interesting question from Sif Croix. So is ownership on Web 2 a problem, or people see the problem of not owning their assets? So what are your guys' take on this, JC and GU?
Yeah, I guess I can go first, no? Um, for me, kasi there's a lot of use cases kasi that blockchain technology can sort of solve or improve about the concept of ownership as a whole. For example, I wanna refer to real estate. Sabihin natin, you have a property and you wanna sell it. Ang daming middleman, no? A lot of papers that you have to work with, cuts and whatnot. But if we can implement that with blockchain technology, for example, an NFT, no, I mean, it makes the process so much simpler. I guess I won't say that there's an ownership problem um as a whole in Web 2, because definitely there are businesses pa rin, for example, real estate, where you could actually own your property, but Web 3's technology is a much better way of owning things, if that makes sense. It's a much more secure way of owning things.
Actually, yun din yung I'd like to add on that. It creates more opportunities rather than solving the problem. It creates more opportunities for people who are being left out by the centralized era. Yun lang talaga.
Great
To your
points.
point, Juno, I just wanted to clarify that na parang more opportunities for the unbanked. Is that what you're trying to say? Or yung mga, I'm sorry, you were saying na,
Yeah, more opportunities for people. Yeah, for people na hindi talaga naging successful during the centralized era because of lack of opportunities rather than solving a problem. Kasi of
okay,
course, yan yung ibig sabihin ko.
okay, okay, got it. Sige, yep, got it.
So as you mentioned earlier, I believe Gio mentioned this, the current use of crypto or Web3 is lots of exchange of value and more on the speculation side. So what future use cases do you guys foresee in order to increase the adoption of Web3?
Well, I think it's of course it's gonna be product oriented. Na dito pa lang tayo sa base. We're still on the baseline. Of course, we're mentioning blockchain technology. We're mentioning Web3, but by the end of the day, if there's already adoption, you won't know it's Web3 in the first place anymore. You won't know it's crypto anymore. The time when we reach adoption, wala nang term na Web3, wala nang term na crypto and blockchain sa mainstream. These are just products na, this is a good product. Maganda to. Nagiging ganun na lang siya. Because it's already mainstream. I think that you can pretty much imagine every product na pwede, any product na that you can put on the internet. Like, siguro, just to get it out there, yung imagination ko lang, concert tickets, plane tickets. Yung problem doon, yung process, yung having that middleman, yung controlled pa by the centralized entity, sobrang hirap pa mag-revoke, sobrang hirap change name. Sobrang hirap kumbaga parang hindi ko na malipadan. Paano if someone would like to get my slot sa ticket? Ang hirap ng process. Maybe, just maybe, Web3 can solve that. Pero hindi pa na, still speculation.
What about you, JC?
Yeah, yun din, no? I think right now then, it's still in a speculative space kasi there's not really that parang solid use case that we've found. Alam natin that it's useful. Alam natin that there's really something that could work, but wala pang nangingibabaw na top of name, top of brand, names. For example, the way it happened in Web 2 was Apple, Samsung, Facebook, Meta. Wala pang mga ganun in Web 3. There's no sort of industry leader yet that's really taking doors down, that's really leading mass adoption. But yeah, I do agree with the
Scammer
point as
pala,
well
bro. Second largest scammer pala. Anyways, go ahead.
But yeah, I do agree then with Brother Gio na parang as we grow users, as we mature more to the product acceptance stage of Web3, I think that the terms that we have will be more catered to the masses, no, rather than these sort of very technical terms like blockchain technology, multi-layers, interoperability, and whatnot. I think isa din yan sa mga, I guess, hindrances of the space. No, I mean those technical words. Imagine if we actually talk about that with retail people who the unbanked and whatnot, especially mga walang fundamentals on TradFi, no. So to give an example, I think I have two projects on top of my mind that are that basically led Web3 adoption in a subtle way. No? Number one is the way that NBA did it. They launched an NFT, but they termed it as digital collectibles. The same way with Reddit, they launched an NFT, but they termed it as a digital collectible, and that was a
Actually, good
very,
example.
very right. Diba?
Yep.
It's a very amazing thing that in a span of like months. Here's a statistic. Reddit was able to beat OpenSea's users in a span of months. The fact that OpenSea has been accumulating that number for years, and the simple tuning pala na kailangan was just the term from NFT to digital collectible. So I think as we go from here, as we continue biddling, founders will find more, number one, I guess better terms that are mass adoption friendly, and number two, a better user experience to actually onboard people from Web 2 to Web 3, one where it's not so much more resistant or difficult, but rather a seamless one. Kasi the minting experience for the NBA collectible and the Reddit collectible was, it was different. I think it was done by email, stuff like that. So there's sort of this integration that has to happen, and I think that's why the sort of um parang um tools that exist in the sort of Web 2.5 is still key to bridge people from Web 2 to Web 3.
Oo nga, in my talks, I used to do a lot of talks before na. So I even make a bold claim that that's how we will call ownership in the future. Probably we'll call it not NFT anymore, but ownership, how you own cars, yeah, everything. You use the DLT technology. So nung napa nung when we went through that, yung of course the negative media, the things that we've heard about the past couple of months on FTX, and the question on the industry itself, right? Kasi hindi lang naman sila yung first na. And I observed that it also changed the conversation around crypto when it comes to family members, right? I'm sure you've had that conversation also. So how do you resolve that? What's your strategy? Siyempre, nung last Christmas, medyo, okay ang crypto, di ba? Ngayon, minsan, crypto, are you sure, iho? Mga ganun na yung conversation sa mga
I heard that exactly.
Diba?
Exactly that line.
So how, bro? Let's start with you, pare. Ikaw, as
Actually,
influencer.
it's all about conditioning. Actually, I've been doing it. I'm doing this for a couple of years now. Actually, third year na. It's all about conditioning. Ever since I started doing it, even before the FTX collapse, I've been educating people around me for them to understand what I'm doing. Kasi it's my responsibility to do so. Hindi yung parang I'm doing this thing, sinasarili ko lang. Kaya nga we're promoting education and mass adoption. You start with your base, your family, your close friends, people around you. That's why when the FTX problem happened, it's easier to explain it to them. Yun yung sa case ko. But in the case of other people, of course, we're promoting community empowerment. It's our responsibility if you're aiming for mass adoption and you want to be early in this industry, you're supposed to embody that every day of your life. Make it part of it.
Right. Fantastic. JC, any
Yeah, I love that. I love what you said, brother. No, embodying it, because there are people talaga that I won't even say the word education. There are people who try to educate people, pero ang education nila tuwing bull market lang. You know what I mean? You know, na parang ang conditional ba, no? That they only shield their friends when the market is rising, tapos they're not prepared, no? They're not kumbaga, they onboard people without setting their expectations. Di ba we were talking about earlier kanina na awareness to participation, right? There's awareness comparison to participation, but there are people who say, no, participate ka agad. No, tiwala lang dito. And that's the reason as to why things like this happen, you know? And wala, dun pa rin siya iikot talaga sa education. Especially at an industry this young, this early. I think dun pa rin talaga siya iikot. It's still a flywheel that product acceptance is playing. No, even in bull and bear markets, the job is the same, to educate people of what the technology can and can't do and how it behaves when certain things happen.
And yes, I really do admire people na hindi na bull market pero they're still building and doing their best to build this bear market. Even if you're a content creator, kahit ni tipong wala na masyadong nanonood like the bull run, pero you're still going out of your way to build, to educate. Even if kahit dati 10,000s of viewers nanonood sa bull run and now kahit 100s na lang, I admire those people kasi their heart is in the right place.
That's good. Tama yan. Right. I think I even echo that sentiment. Ngayon ngang medyo on the ropes si crypto, I think that's more reason for us to be out there telling people about this technology and clarifying where mistakes actually happened. That's not really related to the technology itself. That where we are is still quite a very promising space, no? And it's not unique, no? Lahat naman ng kahit oil industry pare, June nung araw may mga doon na na-invento yung snake oil salesman. It's full of that, no? It's human nature. Yeah. Jed?
Yeah, I completely agree. Education's really a key pillar and aspect in order to help adoption. There's still lots of misconceptions happening. And what Gio mentioned earlier, the content creators, the educators, they're the front lines. They're the ones who are one of the people responsible in helping spearhead this movement, this social revolution. And Gio, I mentioned earlier in our talk um, behind the scenes regarding House of Crypto, regarding being a community of content creators. So before we wrap up, can you tell us more about the House of Crypto and what it aims to do?
Okay. Basically, the House of Crypto, we formulated it during 2022, during the latter part of the bull run, is to empower everyone to have this one entity that could really act as one for Web3 adoption in the Philippines, not just in the Philippines but worldwide, of course. And at the same time, to align everyone to learn from each other, learn through the process. Of course, we're still in the booming industry. Lahat tayo naaral pa lang natin, o lahat tayo nag-aaral pa lang. So, we hold each other accountable behind the scenes. Kasi of course, we're not perfect. May nagkakamali. There will be things that we might say is wrong, but we're here to help each other out. That's why we're a community. We help each other out kasi we're frontliners tulungan sa kapwa frontliners. That's basically it. So, ang pinaka goal natin during this bear market, aside from learning and educating, is of course scale. Make a huge amount of effort, not just in content creation, but building communities behind the scenes. Having that core value of what WebG is all about. Kumbaga, if you're learning behind the scenes, what more being in front, right? So yun yung pinaka ina-embody namin. Of course, by the end of the day, pati yung core values, yung being in the right place, your heart is in the right place. Para when everything strikes, alam mo na yung gagawin mo.
Love it, love it. Really excited what you guys plan to do in the future. So before we wrap up, I'll just bring up some questions from the community. So here's a question from Free Dada. Do you think Web3 projects and people who earn through crypto should be willing to adhere to certain regulatory policies like taxation or for virtual lands to be subjected to property law? So what do you guys think about this?
I think my take on that, of course, here in the Philippines, lalo na in reality, it's all about honesty policy, right? I think in order for the proper regulation to happen, I think magamit na talaga kung yung blockchain technology. I think automation is the key for it to be really smooth. If there's automation, wala magrereklamo. And everybody would be happy, both sides.
Yeah, user experience pa rin eh.
Yeah, user experience really key. Agree on that. So last question from the community, Kit Urbina, bit different from our off topic, but what primary factors do you look for a Web3 project aside from its business model, community build-up strategies, accessibility, and projected financial inflows?
Actually, Brother Kit, ano na yan very technical. Of course, need yan,
Yeah.
lalo na sa mga taong educated and knows how to look at the project. By the end of the day, ito lagi nakakalimutan ng mga tao. Go back to the core values of the company. What do they embody? Do they embody what Web3 is all about? Do they embody the core values of Bitcoin in the first place? If you see the company embodies the for the people, by the people, it benefits the community, it has a good it has a good future for the community, for everyone, maganda yung ikot, maganda yung cycle, then yeah.
What about you, JC?
Yeah, sa akin naman, I guess mas mas startup and VC yung sagot ko. But aside from all of those important factors, I guess this is parang a huge bearing if a Web3 company is trustable or not around to me this is around 40%, 30%, no. But the fact that this particular Web3 company founder, if they have prior startup experience, a good track record, and most importantly, like success and results that they've done. Because I don't know if you agree with me, Brother Gia, but for me, mas startups pa ang Web3 companies kaysa sa startups. Kasi it's so fast-paced. Web3
Well,
companies are
true.
so fast-paced, right?
True. True kasi everything Web3 talaga, lahat fast-paced. Product usually in Web2, in real startups, takes sometimes years or several months. Web3 projects sometimes takes a month, sometimes 2 months, 3 months. Ang bilis. Di ba? Kasi fast-paced nga yung technology, fast-paced din yung projects. But I think one good thing kasi, of course, I don't wanna judge based on track record. A lot of companies in Web2 became successful even without a good track record. Kaya hindi ako ma-judge doon. Kaya mas naka-inline pa rin ako sa core values. But by the end of the day, take your time. Don't rush.
Exactly.
Yun lang yun. I know fast-paced ang Web3, but companies, don't rush. Take your
Yeah.
time.
Tama. And this bear market is giving us time to do our research. So we're reaching the top of the hour, so I guess we can start wrapping this up. So guys, any shout outs? JC, we can start with you.
Yeah, of course, I'd love to give a quick shout out to our Bitskwela team, no, to our C-suits, Lance, our CFO, Jiro, our CEO, Cams, our CPTO. We're proudly woman-led nga pala, our product team. So, our website is because of her, and Vince, our head of research and writing. He's in charge of basically everything simplified, and of course, our brothers as well from House of Crypto, because I'm also part of House of Crypto. So nag-board tayo ni Brother Gio dyan last month, no? So we're also creating content, but yeah, thank you guys, of course, sa PDAX din for another opportunity to talk to the community about Web3 and community. So yeah, just want to give a quick shout out to friends then for supporting.
And all right. Of course, what JC said, I'd like to give a shout out to the House of Crypto family. We're still building. We're still innovating. We're still growing. Recently, just today, we finished our team building, and but the core team of the House of Crypto to embody the values and everything. We had this spiritual thing, of course, para mas ma-inline yung future of what we're building. And I'd like to give a special shout out to everyone, the House of Crypto. Yun nga yung term, yung ano namin, motto namin, hatakan pataas. Because we uplift each other up, we help each other improve. And of course, Jiro of Bitskwela. Bitskwela, thank you so much. JC for inviting me to be part of here. Jed, Edmund, thank you for this wonderful podcast. Ang ganda ng
I love it.
conversation natin.
Ang ganda, ang ganda.
This is what I love. Actually, we're learning along the process every day. That's my motto. I learn every day. Because that's part of growing. Mas maganda yon. Mas maganda yon. You learn new things every day, even from the comment section. And another thing, I'm going to Cebu just this January 26 to 29. I hope to see you guys there. Cebu, there's gonna be an event there, crypto related. And to those people who are gonna be in LA and New York, I'm gonna be in NFT LA and NFT NYC. Hopefully, I'm gonna be one of the panels. It's still on the works. Ayoko mo nang i-announce na I'm one of the panels from Southeast Asia, but it's still on the works. Hopefully, but I'm gonna be there. See you there. NFT LA, NFT NYC. During end of March to early April.
Right. Sige. So, siguro, Jed, yung closing question natin, since we're all part of this journey, we're all in here together now, who and what are you most thankful for in your crypto journey? Let's start with you, JC.
Ako, I'm most thankful for the person who brought me into my crypto journey. My best friend, actually, si Manman. I know your brother, you're listening. Because just a quick backstory, while I was in startups, finlex siya sa akin that he made in just one trade what I made for 3 months. Nakwenta ko to kay Jed dati, no? So, that's where my interest started to boom, no? And then that's where I fell in love with blockchain technology after getting hooked into crypto, into the fundamentals. But yeah, aside from that, really just thankful for friends and the wonderful people in Web3 that I've met along the way. I mean, trust me, guys. I mean it when I say that the best people in my life right now, I've met them in Web3. Kasi, I don't know, it's very weird because I think there's no competition. I genuinely don't feel competition in the space. I feel like it's more collaboration than competition. So yeah, to the people I've met in Philippine Blockchain Week, Web3 Festival, those other big events last year. I hope to see you again this year, 2023, of course.
Nice. How about you, Ju? Ju.
All right. First and foremost, I'd like to. I have a lot of things to be thankful for. Of course, I'd like to be first for my content creation in crypto. I started, of course. Thank you so much, Marvin Fabis, for inspiring everyone to be content creators in crypto. He started everything. Like everyone got inspired because of him. And I'd like to thank all the content creators. We're learning from each other. The House of Crypto, not just the House of Crypto, but all the content creators who helped build the space, all the builders, all the builders, all the projects, even the not so good projects who died and who made the bad moves. I also thank FTX. You know why? Because we learn from it, we grow from it. All the positive and negative things we learn from it, we learn from them, we grow from them, we get better every day. That's my take on everything. So whether positive or negative, we learn from everything. That's where our space will become better in the future. Yeah.
Wonderful
And
messages, gentlemen. I love the positivity, and cheers to a fruitful year ahead. Thank you guys so much for this conversation. Really enjoyed it. Thank you
Yeah,
guys.
thank you so much. We learned so much also. And
Thank
yeah,
you so much, guys. You guys are awesome hosts.
thank you
Napakaganda ng
so much.
questions.
thanks,
Sobra,
Jade.
sobrang solid.
Thanks,
All right.
Gio.
Till next time. See you guys around.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Gio.
you. All right. So very very meaty conversation, Jed. And we always, like in all industry na medyo quite complex, education is really very important. No, and I say that even with TradFi, even if you deal with crypto or any other venture that you're getting into, mahirap yung masyadong nakikinig sa mga guru-guru. Kailangan you have to really educate yourself and put yourself in a position that you're gonna be, scam proof.
Yeah, I completely agree with your take. And again and again, keep repeating this. Education is so important. That's why you and I started this podcast as one of the channels to educate our fellow PDAX community. No,
Right. I remember that
I
day.
love it, right? And I love
That's right.
Drew's take on
Oo nga.
the world of crypto and thinking about the first principles. Despite with everything that happened, we have to remember why we're here and why we're continuing to build a better Web3. So this really a wonderful podcast to start the year, as mentioned by Zeton Granger. So
Thank you, sir.
thank you so much. I hope you appreciate. We have more content and more episodes to come. So make sure to stay tuned as we continue our education, regardless of bull or bear. Me, Ed, Pat, and even other future hosts will
Yes.
continue to educate you guys.
The whole Fresh Money team is here for you guys. So
Yes,
thank you so much
sir.
for tuning in. Ayun po. So I guess we have another item, no, Jed? Do we have a contest ba? Are we sharing the, no?
Yeah, we'll be doing the quiz game. Unfortunately, we don't have the sharing game right now, as we
Okay.
have to, as we're moving that to a later date, as we're fixing some things internally. But we still have that quiz game, so make sure you guys paid attention to what we were talking about. So let me just share my screen to brief you guys on the mechanics of the
Yan,
quiz game.
exciting. It's time to win. Some ano ba to, Jed? Money or crypto?
Well,
Winner
crypto
natin.
is money.
Crypto. Ooh, yeah. Sorry, fiat or crypto? Nice.
Crypto, I think.
Crypto,
Yeah, the
crypto.
price is
Right.
crypto. Right.
That's good.
So
All
to
right.
brief you guys on the mechanics of our quiz game, since it's been quite a while, so questions will be flashed on the screen, and viewers will type one, two, three, or four in the comment section for their answer. Correct answers will have a chance to win 500 pesos worth of crypto of your choice. So first person to answer gets the prize for that particular question. And three winners will be announced at the end of the show. So once your name is flashed, you just have to take a screenshot and PM our Facebook page. Then our team will get in touch on how your prize will be credited to your PDAX account. And make sure it's verified as well.
Mhm.
All right.
And of course, yung i-message nyo, yung may check mark na blue, guys. Ha? Maraming PDAX dyan. But yung totoong PDAX Facebook page, please.
Yes. Make sure you might verified mark. So be very careful who you message. Para hindi tayo ma-scam dyan.
All right.
So
Start
for our
natin,
first
sir.
question, drum roll please. So what started Gio's career as a Web3 content creator? Is it crypto trading, Axie Infinity, DeFi, NFTs? So Gio didn't mention this particularly during the show. It's actually more trivial. So make sure just type the number. Yeah.
Nako. Varied answers, sir. May mga 1, may mga 4, may mga 3.
Wala pang tama eh.
Let's
go, guys.
Let's go, guys. Ayun na, si Iron.
Congrats, Iron. You got the clue correctly.
Itong game na to,
Axie Infinity. So, sorry guys, it wasn't mentioned during the podcast. I just saw this in his Twitter feed. So, congratulations, Iron. You just won 500 pesos worth of crypto. So, screenshot lang this page as your name is flashed and PM our Facebook page. Yes, Christian, may clue pa. Kasi hindi siya na-mention eh.
Okay.
Alright. Second question.
Yeah, second question natin.
Is when did JC start building communities? Is it 2013, 2014, 2015, or 2016?
Dapat pala alam natin itong mga tanong na to dyan. Para natanong natin sa kanila. Ako.
Alright.
May tama na ba?
Yeah, meron. This was mentioned. Don't worry.
That's good.
Yung first lang hindi. Alright. The first person to answer this question correctly is Jade Barry Lazo. So JC started building communities as early as 2016. So congratulations, Jade, for being the first person to answer this correctly. So screenshot this and PM our Facebook page.
May baril pa si Jade Barry, no?
Oo nga eh. Very threatening.
Yeah. Alright,
last chance, guys. Last question for today's episode. And it is, what is House of Crypto? Is it a community of traders, community of analysts, community of content creators, or community of startups?
Nako, wala bang number 5 dyan, Jed? Na all of the above? Parang
all of
wala.
The above. Pwede rin. Baka
Pwede rin, di ba? Pwede rin eh.
Mga multi-hat people in the community.
Multi-hat.
Alright, so the first person to answer this is Steven Caryasa. So, House of Crypto is a community of content creators. So, congratulations, Stephen, for answering this. Screenshot lang and PM our Facebook page, and our team will get in touch.
All right, congratulations, everyone. Now, make sure that you reach out to our official Facebook page to get your prizes. So then again, thank you very much, everyone, for watching this evening's Fresh Money from here from Ortigas. I'm Ed Martinez.
And here from Cavite, I'm Jed Ignacio.
Thank you for watching, and have a great night.
Cheers, guys. See you guys in the next episode.